Hello, hello. Oh my goodness. I can't believe it is June already, almost halfway through 2021. And I'm just like, I'm looking back and I'm like, I feel like I've done a lot, but at the same time, like I haven't. It's crazy. So this vlog is gonna look a little different. I want to go over Canon City, Colorado. And some of you, actually Canyon. And some of you may think, okay, what's there? The Royal Gorge. And again, if you don't know what that is, it is the longest suspension bridge, I want to say in America, but I will look that up just to double check. But yeah, I went there October of last year. I took my mom on a surprise trip, and it was one of the things on her bucket list. So we flew actually into Denver because it was cheaper, and that's only 2 hours away from Canon City. We spent 2 days in Canon City, and then we went to Colorado Springs and spent a day there. So it was a quick trip, but overall it was wonderful, beautiful area for my first time being in Colorado, and I absolutely loved it. Like, I was just in awe the entire time. So I'm really going to focus on Canon City, just because there are a couple things to do. We did go like during COVID, like when it was all like real, really big deal. And there were a lot of things that were shut down, but most everything that we wanted to do was open, and it was honestly really nice. So I have some video footage of some different things that we did, and I have a couple of restaurant recommendations. So I'm excited to do this one and excited to share with you what's to do there. Okay, I've kind of refreshed my brain about the trip, and I was kind of looking through photos so I can remember like what I did and stuff like that. So okay, to do there. I'm gonna go over the free stuff. So Skyline Drive is absolutely beautiful. It is just a drive, kind of, I can't say up a mountain, but just trust me, it is a must do. Gorgeous views. I actually have some video footage I'm gonna show in just a minute. It's just like right outside of Canon City. And I am gonna have to say, if you are afraid of or nervous of driving on a small road, then I wouldn't suggest you to do this, because it is a very small, narrow way, but it is absolutely beautiful. So here is some video footage of the drive. Two other things that are free. Tunnel drive. This is actually a hiking thing. We thought it was an actual drive, like through a tunnel. No, it's a hiking, and it's a pretty good climb. So my mom can't do a lot of hiking with her knee, so we didn't end up doing that, but we've heard it's supposed to be really pretty. So and then the Royal Gorge Museum and History Center, that is free. It is a very, very, very small history museum, but it is worth it just to go and see the history. And it's something that we did before we took the train, and I'll go over that in just a minute. All right, now, obviously the main thing that you do there is the Royal Gorge. It is the highest suspension bridge up until 2001, so somebody took its place. It is 150 feet high, So if you are afraid of heights whatsoever, do not do this. I'm not like super afraid of heights, but sometimes things make me nervous. Let's just say, like, most of the time I walked with my head down and just kept going, because on a windy day, you can feel it move. I mean, it's a suspension bridge. It's not going to be like solid all the way. It was a little nerve-wracking at times, and you look down and you're like, holy cow. Also, another fun thing, all up and down the bridge are each flag for the states. So you can take a picture with your flag from where you're from. I think my mom took the picture of like the flag in Arkansas, but I don't think we ever got like one in front of, like us in front of it. I don't know why, but anyway. So the admission, the general admission, just to get in, it includes walking across the bridge, the gondola, the theater, and the playland. So when you walk in, you can ride the gondola. The gondola was shut down when we were there. They were doing some maintenance on it. So we just walked across it, and on the other side is the theater, and it tells the history about the Royal Gorge Museum. And actually there was a fire, I don't know how many years ago, and it actually, they had to redo it. I didn't burn it to the ground, but there was a lot of major construction that had to be done. And then there's a playland for kids. Obviously, we didn't do that because my mom don't play on the playground. But that includes the general admission. They also have a zip line and a coaster that you can do, but that is extra cost. They're $45 for zip line, $45 for the coaster, but you can buy a combined package if you wanted to do that. It doesn't say you have to book these things online or anything like that. You can pay for it when you get there. But the general admission is $28 for an adult, $23 for a child, and under 5 are free. So that's good. But it was worth it. We were there for an hour or two, and they have a restaurant you can eat at. We chose not to, but it was awesome. It was one of those things that we can say that we did it. And would I do it again? Probably not. I mean, honestly, like I said, it was a little nerve-wracking, but anyway. Another thing, Museum of Colorado Prisons. Y'all, if you ever want to go somewhere that's depressing, this is the place. Oh my goodness. First of all, we drive up, and I mean, obviously it's a prison, and to get inside this museum, it's connected to the actual prison. So it was gated, but to get in, we had to go through this gate, this fence, and there were inmates like working like inside this gate, and then we go into the museum, and it's just like, I mean, there was an officer out there, but as you're walking by, you're just like, why are you in here? Like, it just makes you nervous. It really does. And like, I know, if they were a runaway risk, they wouldn't put them, to work in that little gated area where people are constantly coming in and out. But it just like makes you wonder, like, how did you get here? What made you get here? But the museum had a lot of history. Oh my goodness. So much reading. I was overwhelmed. But at the end, like, I just felt so sad and depressed, like all these people in prison and just the history of how many people have come through. And I'm just like, oh my goodness. Like, me and my mom left and we're like, oh goodness. Can you say hi? I have these little guys with me for a little bit. Mwah. Anyway, so to get into that, you do have to book a reservation online before you get in. And it is $10 for an adult, $8 for a child, and 5 and under are free. So if you really want the history, and enjoy that kind of stuff, then that would definitely be worth it. Hi. The Royal Gorge Dinosaur Experience. I saw this, and it's obviously more kid friendly. So me and my mom didn't do it, but I've heard like kids enjoy it, and it's just, if your child really loves dinosaurs, then this is for them. And for an adult, it's $12, and for a kid, it's $8. So that is pretty much all there is to do. Whoops. In Canon City, we spent, I'm sorry, I forgot one thing, the train. So we decided to do a train on the Royal Gorge. You go underneath, obviously, the bridge. And honestly, it was worth it. You get to see it from up above. You can do a coach class car, basic. You can do a club car. You can have breakfast, lunch, or dinner. We just chose the basic car just to see. And you can go either inside or outside to get some pictures and videos. I know. But the price on that is $60 for the train. I don't remember paying that much. It could be higher price because of, it's the summer right now. But it was worth it. It's definitely worth it. It's an hour train ride there and back. It was awesome. Lots and lots of fun. And like I said, you can do breakfast, lunch, or dinner. We decided not to, just to do the basic. But I also have a video of that gorgeous view, so take a look and see. hotel. We stayed at the Best Western in Canon City. It was $100 a night, and I stayed for 2 nights. And yeah, that is more on the pricey side, but there were very few choices in Canon City. And of course, they were trying to make up their money at the time because of COVID. So we enjoyed it. It was nice and comfortable. I don't remember too much about it, and I can't see my review about it. I wish I could go back and see what I wrote. What I remember, it was nice, and I guess one of the top ones I recommend there. So yeah, I mean, that's the best I can do. Restaurants. Okay, I do remember eating at an Italian place, and I'll link the name right here. And it was excellent Italian. And we were just getting into town the first night, and we were just starving, and we're like, I don't care where it is, what we do. But one of the things we did struggle with there was finding restaurants that were open because of COVID. So about half of them were shut down. So I remember an Italian place, and I remember a Chinese place. I want to say that wasn't good or bad. It was just, like, it's hard to find good Chinese. I think we can all agree to that one. And then I remember us eating at an ice cream place, like in the downtown area, and it was okay. So overall, there weren't any like amazing restaurants, but there were some top-rated restaurants, but those were shut down due to COVID. So we didn't get to try the really, really good ones. But the Italian restaurant, I highly recommend. So I will put the name for that down here. Okay, well, that is all I have for Canon City. Like I said, it's one of those that I really recommend. Something to do. Like I said, just take 2 days. Honestly, if you were to fly into Denver or fly into Colorado Springs, you can. Colorado Springs is closer. It's about an hour away from Canon City. Denver's 2 hours, but Denver was cheaper for the airlines, so that's why we chose that. But then, if you're going to, your stay is in Colorado Springs, and then just spend a day or two in Canon City. Yes. So loved it, and I just highly recommend going there. And I hope you enjoyed this vlog. Know it was a little different. Thank you for being patient with him. Yeah. And thank you so much for watching, and make sure you subscribe.